Hi, I just want to do a tone trial on a slightly noisier, heavier sort of approach between the, these are two Les Paul standards, Les Paul Studios, inexpensive guitars compared to the regular Les Paul, which as you know is a very costly guitar, and the price of it keeps going up, and a lot of it is because I reckon there's a lot of people in my sort of age group, 55 give or take, who couldn't afford to buy a guitar like this years and years ago when we were studying, and now we're reasonably well off, we can afford to. Hey, it's safer than a motorcycle. If your wife objects to you spending a lot of money on a guitar, and she'll probably agree. But anyway, having said that, just going to play a little bit of a particular Welsh folk tune called Lisa Larn, which I like. With the guitars on the same settings, same amplifier, just a little go at Lisa Larn, just to compare the sustain, the tone, and this is from a Fender Super Champ. It's not about my playing, it's just a compare and contrast between this very nice tribute Les Paul 1950s, the 1961 is out now. I believe this is supposedly a limited edition, the 60s is going to be a bigger production model. I'm not quite sure, you can keep up to date with all of that without any further advice from me. The key thing about this instrument is it's and you'll observe I've taken off the pickguards. I think it looks prettier. Key thing about this instrument here is it's got chambered body. It's a studio, same as the other one I've got in my hand now. So it misses out on a lot of the more expensive stuff, but it's a Gibson. But it's got P90 pickups. Okay, you can see those pickups there, P90s, you know all about P90s or you wouldn't have been watching this far. This is a Cherry Sunburst and I paid £800 for it from Guitar Village. This is this other one is a regular studio, and I bought this second hand and I paid £600 for it. The guy wanted 550 for it, but I wouldn't rip him off. Anyway, this is on the same sort of settings, through the same amp as you can see, and this is a heavier body. It definitely is not chambered, feels heavier, and there's the regular humbuckers on it. difference, of course, obviously I bought both of these instruments because I can, because I felt like it. Just a reprise. So you probably have to agree that both of them are, both instruments are, worth owning, and given a better player, would probably sound just really, really cool. And of course, the thing to do is check them out in your guitar shop. The 50s Tribute, P90s, different tone, hollowed chambered body, the regular studio, same no frills sort of appearance, but it's got humbuckers. I think it's the 498s or whatever, regular humbuckers that you get with the studio instruments. It's non-chambered, it's quite significantly heavy, it feels heavier. Both of them are Gibsons. I think you probably have to agree, allowing for my not particularly good guitaring, they're probably pretty good instruments, so whichever you choose, it's a matter of choice. I think there'd be ever such a lot to be said for, I haven't tried the Gary Moore, God rest his soul, I haven't tried the Gary Moore BFG sort, which has got a humbucker at the bridge and a P90 at the neck, and that might be quite an instrument to play with. On the other hand, for the cost of both of these, I could have bought a regular real deal Les Paul, but basically they have got, I've played a few recently, and you can pay £2,000–3,000 for an instrument that probably you couldn't really notice the sound difference. But hey, we also we like the pleasure of owning these guitars, don't we? And the real deal Les Paul as opposed to the studio, it's a real deal Les Paul. I mean, these are still real deal Gibsons. They're not quite the guitar we imagined watching Peter Green and Eric Clapton play. But hey, Gibson are ripping us off by charging sort of £4,000–5,000 and more for these signature instruments. These actually are really, really nice instruments to own and I think to play. And if you were a better player than me, you'd really get some great sounds out of them.